Alan Mulally is here. He is president and CEO of Ford Motor Company. He steered Ford through the financial crisis that threatened the survival of the American auto industry. In 2009, Chrysler and General Motors received government assistance from TARP. Ford survived the economic downturn without taking a bailout or declaring bankruptcy. The company just announced its 9th consecutive quarterly profit yesterday. Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer has said of Mulally, Ford is fortunate to have a man of his qualities at the wheel. I am pleased to have him here at the table. Welcome.
I'm glad to be. Another really important thing I found was that because of our cost structure and the agreements that we had made with the UAW, we could not make cars in the United States. And that's why we were focusing on SUVs and trucks. And if you wanted an Explorer, the best pickup with an F-150, you came to Ford, but we weren't making cars anymore. So another thing that I found was that we were losing money on all the brands and on all the models. And my first forecast I was shared in 2006 was a $17 billion loss for the year for 2006. And so clearly we needed a different plan and we needed to move decisively.
Well, there's the story, which has been repeated often, is which you're in a meeting with some of the executives who report to you, and you said to them, are we doing anything wrong or something like that? And nobody raised their hand to say, yes, we got a problem. And you said, how can you be losing $17 billion and not have a lot of problems? Is that correct?
Well, exactly, Charlie. And if I could share a little bit about the story, it kind of shows you that the culture changed inside Ford. But we pulled together around a comprehensive plan to focus on the Ford brand, divest the other brands. Yeah, a 5-year plan, exactly right. 5-year plan to profitably grow. We divested all the other brands. We focused on Ford and Lincoln. We also decided we're going to have a full family of vehicles, small, medium, and large, cars, utilities, and trucks. And every one of them, every new vehicle from Ford would be best in class in terms of quality, fuel efficiency, safety, really smart design like Sync and My Ford, and of course the best value. And we decided to finance the plan. We went to the banks to take out our small home improvement loan at $23.5 billion.
And this was what, in 2006? So the first year, that's when you did the financing.
Exactly. And because we needed to do it decisively, not only to restructure Ford, but also to accelerate the investment in the new vehicles. Plus, we took out a cushion for the economy.
To allow you to act on your strategy.
Exactly. So we got everybody at the table now. Everybody's on the team. All the leaders are there, the business unit leaders, engineering, manufacturing. We've got about 260 charts we're going through. Every one of them shows the plan. Everyone has the forecast. Everybody's looking for special attention. And they're all color-coded. Yellow, green, and red, about how the status is going, how the launch is going, how's the marketing going, how's the technology going. And we're doing this. We're 3 weeks into it. They have the new CEO, and all the charts are green. And up come the finance chart, and it said, we project a loss of $17 billion. And so I stopped the meeting, and as nice as I could, I said, team, is there anything that's not going well? And of course, the eye contact goes down to the floor. And then I'll never forget, Charlie, the next week, we had a launch of the Edge in our plant in Canada. And Mark Fields was the business unit leader, the president of the Americas. And up comes his chart on the launches of the new vehicles. And here comes up the Edge, and it's bright red. And the room got silent. What is this new guy going to do now? He said it was going to be safe. He said he wanted to know what the situation was. All of us know it. He said that it was going to be a gem. And so we all looked at it, and everybody's kind of looking at the other side of that. And so I started to clap. And he said, there's a sign. Mark's gone. He's going to be gone. And I said, Mark, that is great visibility. And they had an actuator on the tailgate. It was an issue. So Mark did the right thing. He stopped production and got everybody turned to fixing the problem because we weren't going to deliver a vehicle until it was ready. And so within 12 seconds, the head of manufacturing said, I think I've seen that issue on such and such. The head of product development, I think I've seen that. I'll get you some information. The head of manufacturing, Joe Hendrick, said, well, you're going to need some manufacturing engineers to rework the vehicles after you fix them. And maybe 10, 12 seconds, on we go through the rest of the meeting. The next week, I think it was still red. The next week, it was yellow. They had solved the problem, had a fix. The next week, it's green, and 2,000 edges start moving around the world. And Charlie, the next week, the entire deck of 260 chart looked like a rainbow. Because we made the breakthrough that we really did need to know so we could help each other.
Part of this is called changing the culture of a country, of a company. What else did you do? I mean, culture is important. It's how people relate to each other. It's how transparent they are. And it's how bold they are.